What if everything you thought you knew about Claire's daughter was a lie? Outlander fans, hold on tight, because a jaw-dropping theory is gaining serious momentum. One that not only flips a tragic chapter upside down, but may tie directly into the upcoming prequel, Blood of My Blood. Could this spin-off be hiding the biggest reveal the franchise has ever delivered? As we prepare to say goodbye with Season 8, the final chapter in the sweeping saga of Jamie and Claire Fraser, a shocking theory is taking root among fans. And it all leads back to a name we haven't spoken of in a long time: Faith. Yes, that Faith. Claire's daughter, who we believed died as a baby in Paris. But what if she didn't? Now here's where things get even more interesting. Before Season 8 lands, we're getting the first season of Blood of My Blood, the highly anticipated prequel. Set across two timelines, the 18th and 20th centuries, it will explore the early love stories of Jamie and Claire's parents. But there's more beneath the surface than just family history. There's growing speculation that Blood of My Blood could secretly be setting up a major emotional payoff. One that ties directly into the idea that baby Faith never actually died, but was saved. And the key to this theory? Master Raymond, the mysterious healer and time traveler whose powers have always bordered on the supernatural. According to some fans, Raymond didn't just watch Claire suffer. He may have intervened. The theory suggests he brought baby Faith back to life and whisked her away to another time period, not out of cruelty, but for her safety. And now, with Blood of My Blood operating in timelines Claire has never visited, the stage is wide open for hidden clues. Imagine this: Faith, growing up somewhere in the background, maybe with Claire's ancestors, maybe even with Jamie's, perhaps raised quietly by Raymond himself, shielded from danger. And none of it interferes with the established timeline because Claire doesn't go there. Genius, right? It would also explain the strategic timing of the prequel's release, slated just months before the Season 8 premiere, which is expected to close out the main story by late 2025. It feels less like a coincidence and more like a setup, especially since Season 7 already teased the spin-off's arrival. What if Blood of My Blood drops subtle hints, just enough to suggest Faith is alive, only for Season 8 to deliver the emotional bombshell? The reveal would reframe everything Claire's been through. It would be devastating and beautiful. Now, stepping back a little, this theory hits even harder when you look at the current state of the fantasy romance genre. Fans have long hoped A Court of Thorns and Roses might become the next big obsession, especially after Ronald D. Moore, the Outlander mastermind, was briefly attached. But with that project stuck in limbo and more gone, the spotlight on romantic fantasy is dimming. Other shows like My Lady Jane have tried to pick up the torch, but they haven't captured hearts the way Outlander has. The mix of sweeping love, history, emotional stakes, and time travel is rare. Outlander carved out a space few shows have even dared to enter. That's why Blood of My Blood matters. It's not just a nostalgic glance at the past. It could be the final chance to spark something new, to set up a continuation, to open the door for future stories, possibly through the character of Faith. Just picture this: a glimpse of a young woman in a side scene, or a knowing conversation between Raymond and one of the parents. Nothing heavy-handed. Just a name, a look, a moment, and then, boom. When Season 8 rolls in, that tiny breadcrumb becomes a full-circle reveal. Faith is alive. She's been out there all along, and she might be more like Claire than anyone ever imagined. So while Outlander may be drawing to a close, don't think for a second that the story is over. Between time travelers, family legacies, and the genius of a well-timed spin-off, there's still plenty of magic left to uncover. Drop your theories in the comments, because if this plays out the way fans suspect, Season 8 could go down in TV history. And trust me, you'll want to be ready when that moment comes.